is my real test. To train them is my cause. I will travel.
How can you not love Pokemon? The world went completely crazy when the first 3 games were released on Game Boy, telling the tale of a young trainer from Pallet Town who embarks on an incredible journey to become a Pokemon master. After the crappy anime's success, the yellow version was quickly released, promising an even better experience with Ash's mighty Pikachu being a focal point. This is one of the most popular RPGs ever made, with an intriguing world and endless hours of gameplay, and I'm not being a nostalgia nitwit. The original Pokemon concentrates on Ash, or Ass in my eyes, who wants to participate in the Pokemon League and become the best of the best. Before he can partake in the tournament, Ass must first gain 8 badges from the gym leaders around the Kanto region. You begin the quest with Pikachu, the electric mouse Pokemon, which refuses to stay in its ball because he's emo. Pikachu follows you around in this version and can be examined to find out how he feels about Ass, which is an amusing gimmick. The strong bond between the two is the premise for the anime series, and it doesn't stray too far here. They travel to the various cities, defeating countless trainers and gym masters while experiencing some interesting plot shifts unique to each city, whether it be the annoying ghosts of Lavender Town or the burnt-out mansion on Cinnabar Island. There's also frequent appearances from the Free XP Team Rocket, who are trying to forward their operations, and it's up to you to stop them. In this version, you'll encounter the infamous and irritating Jesse and James a number of times. In terms of graphics, it was a fairly nice improvement considering the game made it to the Game Boy Color, meaning some texture filters were used to factor out the boring grey environments, and all of the Pokemon had favourable colouring. The game environment is quite nice for a Game Boy title, but the animations are seriously the highlight here since there are so many. My favourite is Hyper Beam. Pokemon is a very simple RPG at its core. You'll only have to do battle with one Pokemon at a time, having up to 6 with you at once while the rest are stored in Pokemon Centers. There are types of Pokemon concerned with elements, and some can either be weak to certain ones or resistant to them. It's important to figure out what types of Pokemon are effective against which in order to excel in combat. Each Pokemon has up to 4 moves, mainly gained while leveling up. However, TMs and HMs can teach them new moves. HMs are key moves which allow you to progress with abilities such as Cut for removing trees and Surf for besting the current. Most are necessary to beat the game, however others like Fly are just a major convenience. Concerning leveling, there's not much grinding involved if you use a few different element types, and Yellow gives you a leg up with the original 3 Pokemon, Charmander, Squirtle and Bulbasaur. You can defeat trainers and level up quickly, and it's fun to do so because all the trainers have interesting things to say, except for Team Rocket, which use the same Pokemon to an extremity. Once a Pokemon reaches a certain level, it can evolve into a more powerful one and gain new moves. However, some Pokemon can only evolve with stones or trading. After you beat the Gym Masters and the Elite Four at the Pokemon League, the main quest draws to a close, although there's still much more to do, such as collecting the original 150 Pokemon on offer, which requires you to trade with some friends on other versions, which is really enjoyable. I'm going to spoil it for some optimistic folks and say that all you get is a piece of paper for your hardships. You can also play the slot machines at the arcade for some better TMs, however, buying the coins is very tedious. The music in Pokemon is 8-bit and just sounds superb. It changes to match each environment, whether it be the forest or the city, so you'll always be aware of where you are. The sound effects are basically limited to the cries of Pokemon and different moves. They're nice and short, so I can't say much about them.
Yes, that's right.
Well, Pokemon was my first turn-based RPG, and the game has that kind of difficulty. It's quite easy to master and is a seriously great way to start if you're getting familiar with the genre. The original Pokemon games are completely out of this world, and the yellow version just improves upon blue, red and green in every way. You can get Yellow off eBay, and sometimes they're bundled with a Game Boy Color. If you're afraid of the graphics, you can try the Fire Red or Leaf Green remakes. By the way, the truck cheat doesn't work on Yellow.